Hey, it's Ephraim with Free to Serve, and I'm here to tell you that it's time to claim your stuff. What do I mean by that? Well, don't go anywhere, stick around. I'm going to tell you it's story time. Let's get it. I have a good friend. Actually, he's my best friend. And he tells this story that I absolutely love. You see, we're both from the south side of Chicago, and we went to Iowa State to go to college. I know what you're thinking, south side Chicago to Iowa. I don't know, but it worked. So my friend tells the story. When he came to Iowa, he brought this bike with him. And he loves biking and just riding bikes around and campus and doing all these different things. And I know what you're thinking, biking, that's not hood. But he loved riding bikes. And he had this fantastic brand new bike that he loved, and he would take this bike all around campus during his freshman year, riding it to classes, going to meetings, doing all these different things around campus. Well, one night, he rode his bike onto campus. And when he rode his bike, he got out in a haste because he was rushing for a class and didn't want to be late. But he forgot to chain up his bike. Well, when he got out of class, he came out in a panic and he's looking around. And he's like, man, where's my bike? His bike had been taken. It was gone. And he's like, oh man, I forgot to chain it up. Man, how stupid could I be? I love that bike. I love biking. I love getting air and going around. God, man, how could I be so stupid to not chain this bike up? It's gone. And now, of course, he had to go take the long trek walking home instead of biking home. And all the way while he's walking, he's just thinking, man, I'm stupid, man. How could I do this? I love that bike. That was my bike. It was brand new. It was perfect. It was for me. How could I lose it? How could somebody take it away from me like this? He gets back to his dorm room eventually, and he has his roommate that's in there studying. He comes through the door with a huff. He's like, man. And his roommate says, what's wrong? Why you look off? What's going on? And he tells him, he says, man, someone stole my bike. And you know how much I love that bike. That was my favorite bike. Somebody stole my bike. And his roommate looked at him. He said, well, did you call campus security yet? Now, my friend was from, like I said, he's from Southside Chicago like me. So the first thing that crossed his mind would be the same thing that would have crossed my mind at that time. Call the popos. Call them for what? Call campus security. What they gonna do? Write a report? Man, my bike gone. I got issues. They're not gonna do anything. And his friend again said, no, just call them. And my friend blew it off. A little time passed, and he kept thinking he was angry about his bike being stolen. Again, his roommate reminded him, hey, why don't you call campus security? Just see if somebody's turned it in, or maybe they came across it. And finally, my friend said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and call just to prove you wrong, white boy. Just to prove you wrong, that's just not how the world works. So he calls up the phone. He calls up campus security. He said, yeah, I'm calling to report a bike was stolen. The person on the other end of the line says, really? What color is the bike? He says, oh, it's a blue bike. Oh, really? What's the make and model of the bike? Oh, it's this Schwinn, da-da-da. Oh, okay. Where did you lose it at? Oh, I was over here by Helzer Hall, and I chained it up. I was going to this class, and I came out, it was gone. Oh, what day? Oh, it was a couple of days ago. I'm so glad you called. You see, we recovered a bike a couple of days ago. We didn't know who it belonged to. We knew it was stolen, and we were hoping somebody would call and let us know that it was their bike so we can get it for them. Guess what? We got your bike. It's here. All you got to do is come and claim it. And my friend got off the phone. He's like, whoa! Campus security be on it, right? They had his bike. But here's the point. What he wanted, what he desired, what someone had taken from him was there waiting for him. All he had to do was claim it. But guess what? He wouldn't have been able to claim it if he kept that old hood mentality. You see, he grew up in the same place that I grew up in. I grew up in a place called the Wild Hundreds. Wild 100s for you people that can't translate. Go Google Wild 100s and you'll know what I'm talking about. That's where we grew up. And so we grew up in an environment that said, guess what? Your bike gone, you got caught slipping. Move on. Somebody took your bike. Go cry about it and move on. Don't call the police. He grew up in an environment where the police weren't always on the best terms with African Americans. So that wasn't a part of his mindset or my mindset. Call the police. Call them for what? But you see, his mind had to be changed, right? Because all along, what was waiting for him was what he had desired, but his mindset had to change in order to go claim what was already waiting on him. Oh man, you're not hearing me. He had to go claim what was already waiting on him, but in order to do that, his mind had to change. His mindset had to change. His thinking had to change. That ghetto thinking, that thinking that, oh man, this isn't for me. That's not how the world works, had to be changed first. And I see so many people as it relates to their finances, and they're sitting around thinking, man, I'm broke, I'm disgusted, I don't have any money. Change your mindset. God already has what you desired. He already has that business. He already has those funds waiting for you, but you just have to go claim it. And the first way to claim it is you got to change your mind. You got to stop thinking broke. You got to stop being with people that think broke. You know, one of the things that helped my friend go get his bike back, he had a roommate that thought differently. He is very happy and very glad that I wasn't his roommate that first year in college, because I had the same mentality that he had. If he would have came in and told me that exact same story, you know what I would have told him? Psst, it gone. That bike's gone, buddy. Forget about it. And he never would have made the call. So the people you associate with also have a lot to do with whether or not you're going to be able to claim what God has for you. Stop associating with broke people if you don't want to be broke. I don't associate with people that have crappy credit scores. Why? Because I don't want to deal with that, right? Their mentality is different. I want to associate with people that have a mentality of wealth so that I can be in that and I can go claim what God has for me. Stop sitting in your same situation. Go get what God has ordained is rightfully yours. Go get what the devil has stolen from you. Go get your business. Go get your financial situation in line. Go get your marriage. Go get whatever it is that God has ordained for you to do. But first, to do it, change your mind, people. Change your mind. As always, I'm Ephraim Jackson with Free to Serve Financial Ministries, reminding you who the Son sets free is free indeed. Change your mind, people. Claim what's yours. Get free. Later.